I'm Lynn, and here's what's happening at Utopia Farms today. He thought it was the best thing ever. And do you know who this handsome boy is? That girl is not looking at you right now. I don't know how to use the shears. Nice to see him eating some minerals.
We're just coming at another farm today.
Let's get started. Well, Arnie got all the hay baled and he's brought it to the house and he's wrapping. And it looks like beautiful hay too. It smells like, it's hard to describe that smell of fresh hay. But this is the smell of really nice fresh hay. And when you touch it, it actually feels like if you waited 2 more hours, it would be dry. It's so dry. But he...
double wrapper. 2 rolls of plastic. It's time consuming.
Arnie thinks he's a mega farmer and can afford a double wrapper because he sees other people using them on YouTube. But what he doesn't realize is that we're a small, poor farmer and those guys are mega farmers. So, yeah, this is what I have to deal with. Always wanting more and never living within your means. After chores this morning, I came in the barn with a pair of scissors. I don't know why those 2 ravens were in here. Were you playing with the ravens back there? Feeder right by those ewes. I don't know why. Nothing happened in there. But as I was saying, I brought a chair and a pair of scissors out here. And Moron wanted a little trimming because it was getting a little hot in here. I didn't have my camera, so I thought I'd come out here and see how he's doing. Hi, Moron! And there he is. Hi. Don't you look snazzy? He thought it was the best thing ever. Didn't you? You thought having a shearing was the best thing ever. Buddy, you're already totally sheared off. Yeah, you are. And it was so much fun. Honey, he gets in so close. When I was cutting the wool off, and you got a bit of boogers. When I was cutting the wool off, he was just leaning right into me. He was enjoying it so much. It was kind of hard to get at places. But he enjoyed it so much that I was able to do a really good job on him just with scissors. My goodness, it was so much fun, wasn't it? Show how handsome you are. Oh my goodness. You are spectacular. Oh dear, sorry. Was I choking you? Oh, that was good. Oh, yes. That was good. Yeah, it was. You're a Good boy. He's knocked one of his little stubs off, and the other one's pretty loose. Yeah, I don't know why you had stubs, but you are so handsome. Let's show how nice you are. Hey, buddy. Look over here. I know, I was choking you. Buddy. Well, if you weren't leaning your throat against me like that, buddy. Now he thinks he's going to follow me everywhere. Oh my goodness, you are spectacular. And I wanted to show you something else. Not this guy who's flaked out on the jumping box. Because it's hot again. Hi, is that a comfy spot up there? It looks comfy. Mom, are you under there with your baby? Little mister, come out from underneath the feeder. And do you know who this handsome boy is? Who's in the process of getting trimmed? Look at the face. You may not recognize it because he looks totally handsome now. Let's step back so we can have a look at you. It's little mister. We got all the little tufts off his face and left him with just a little tidy puff on the top of his head and some nice wool on his cheeks so we can see he's a Dorset, but it's not hanging in his eyes. And we got all the little wools off here so he can see really well. And we got most of his wool off the body. He had a bit of diarrhea on his tail, so we cleaned that up. And so we just have a few little pieces left to do. Hi. Hi, do you want a trimming too? Doesn't he look handsome now? Oh my goodness. Look at how handsome you've become. You look like a showstopper. Silly boy. And moron, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? That girl is not looking at you right now. She's just not in the mood. Hi, buddy. You look so handsome too. You're going to be a lot cooler than the others tonight. Okay, you are. Do you want the rest of your woolens off? Do you want the rest off, little mister? I think you might, because you look spectacular. The sheep keep going up and sniffing the ones who had their wool trimmed off, as if they don't recognize them. That little moron here, he's a triplet Suffolk ram lamb. He's a March born. He might even be April. But he's a chunky little guy. And who are you, little one? Hi. You're the youngest of them all. Hi, little mister. Hi. I don't know how to use the shears. And I kind of like the scissors. mister. Don't. Don't do that, okay? Don't do it. Is that a little bit itchy? Yeah, it looks a little itchy. Okay, we took a little more off the top on little mister. Hi, honey. You're looking pretty snazzy. My goodness. Hi. Are you feeling snazzy? Yeah, do you like that? Do you like the new look? Does it feel better? Yeah, it does. That's why you're wagging your tail in approval. There. See how nice that is now? It's gotta feel a lot better. That's gotta feel a lot better, eh? It's a little ragged, but pretty good. You look pretty handsome. Pretty handsome. And he can tell he's eating. He's filling out quite a bit. There's, right? Well, is he gonna have some minerals? Yeah, he's gonna have some minerals. Hi, Spartacus. Your wool's too short to cut because you're such a young fellow. Well, we got a lot off. Hopefully, sometimes sheep lose their appetites in the heat too, so anything to help him, we're gonna try. Nice to see him eating some minerals. He's looking pretty pleased with himself, I think. And how are you guys doing? It looks like you're living in the lap of luxury right there. You are special, you. You are special. You. You're a you and you're special. And you're also special. Yes, you are. You guys are both special. This is little Miss Muffet, the little tiny one. She looks pretty sharp. And this is 169, who is also a really nice ewe. Hi. Are you pretty beyond belief? You look like a Dorset. And you look like a Dorset. Hi. My goodness. It's hot out there, isn't it? Good thing you have a throne to sit on. Yeah. If you have a throne, you always feel a little better. How you doing? Hi. It's okay. See? It's okay. I'm not going to startle you. And here he is. Little mister with, look at that nice little tuft on him. Isn't that a handsome face? Yes, that is so handsome. You should be proud. Pretty soon all those rams are going to be jealous of you. You just got to eat a little bit more and get pumped up on that protein. Yeah. So the wrap bales in the yard are definitely piling up again. Arnie's gone to the field. Right now, he's cutting down another field of hay because the weather's holding. And it's been so bad that with the weather holding, you want to get a move on because you never know when things are going to go bad again. So he's got bales lined up, still here to be wrapped. And he's got bales on the wagon down the driveway. But he wanted to get the hay cut now so that it will have a chance to dry, but not too dry. So he's cutting it later in the afternoon. And who knows? If we're lucky, we might be baling hay again tomorrow.
So we're just coming at another farm today. It's late on Saturday, supposed to be raining on Tuesday maybe. So I'm thinking we can get half of this field in. It's definitely due to get cut. And we'll just go out and look at it for a second. Excuse the camera work a little bit. So this has been cut 35 days ago. I would have liked to cut it a little bit earlier. It's in full blossom. So all what happens is it's just become a little coarser than I like to have it, but it's still great feed. I can show you there. It's actually extremely good feed. So it's been 35 days since we took off the first cut, and I don't know if you can see it over there with the glare. It's going flat in there with the hard winds we've been having. We had a few bad storms go through. So it is in pretty good flower, and it has a fantastic smell to it. But it is a good thing because we do take 3 cuts a year off this field. All our field, 3 cuts a year. This has been 35 days. The next cut will be later. It will be around the end of September, and it'll probably start to grow a little slower when you hit September. So we don't like to, I explained that before, we don't cut in a certain time there because we don't want to rob the plant. So the good thing about this is if you do 3 cuts a year, you should have one of those cuts should go into a pretty good blossom, because when it goes into the blossom, it actually puts sugar into the roots, we call it. Sugar is just a term we use. Now, I'm not a doctor or a PhD or whatever you want to call it for cropping, okay? So if anybody knows what I said wrong, please correct me, because I'm only talking what my fertilizer guy tells me to do. So he says there's nothing wrong with this. This will feed the roots. Now you're off the hook. It's got a good sugar load in the roots, and it's got a lot of food in the roots for the winter months. That'll be strong. So yeah, should have been cut a little earlier. It's a little bit in blossom, but it's good for the plant. But that's an extremely heavy crop of second cut. Now, there was a big argument when we seeded this field I asked for 70% alfalfa and 30% grasses. And when I got the seed dealer said, no, you made a mistake, Arnie. He said on the tag it was 70% grasses, 30% alfalfa. So I was quite upset about it, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of money to seed a field down, and you don't want to touch it like for 5-6 years before you want to come back in and reseed it. So it's quite an investment. But I think that he made a mistake, because if I look at that field right there, I would say that's like pure alfalfa pretty well. So I think it is 70% alfalfa, 30% grasses. But I did get quite upset when he told me that, because I felt I made a mistake. He said I made the mistake, but I think he made the mistake. But seeing the field the way it is, I'm perfectly happy with it. We're cutting this down today, and later on I'll show you, but inside the field there, 15 acres was cut later because we had a whole week or 10 days of rain. So what my goal is today is just cut down all the stuff that's heavy and blossom, and it's supposed to have showers, and I'll determine the rest of the field when I look at the weather in a couple of days, that we don't lose any of this grass. So right now I'm knocking it down. Yeah, it's a little stemmy. It's a little stemmy, but it is what it is. Like I say, I just can't catch up. I'm 10 days behind the whole year and just totally can't catch up. But that's what we're doing now. I'm going to get rolling. It's extremely nice cut. It's probably every bit of almost 2 feet high. We're cutting about 7.5 miles an hour, quite fast. The field's in really good shape, and you can see how heavy the alfalfa is. That's the piece in there. You see that green piece in there? That was cut 10 days later. So if worse comes to worse, I'll leave that piece if the weather comes in bad. But yeah, this land's not really flat land. It has quite a roll to it. So when you have a heavy rain, it actually, most of the water will kind of roll off, run off. So can't complain about the hay this year. Lots of hay, and lots of good hay. Even if some of the hay isn't good, I'll probably just not even feed it, or I might even try to sell some of the coarser stuff that I have. But it's looking good.
So as Arnie finishes stacking the bales, we're gonna call that a day. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to join us again next time for the next episode at Utopia Farms. Bye for now.